Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Adventures in Dementia and Effort. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these quite a few years ago, and the world has completely changed since then. So if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will give you the most recent information. At the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Adventures in Dementia and Effort. I've talked a lot about how everything anyone has felt was solid and real is now disintegrating. Solid investments like the stock market and real estate aren't there anymore. People who identified with things such as their jobs or their marriages find themselves laid off or divorced. People with strong spiritual beliefs are finding them called into question, and energetically aware people are finding their techniques are not working anymore. This is forcing everyone to be in a new place, to expand and evolve. I've been visiting my mother in DC, and I had felt something big would happen while I was here. I assumed it would be something created by Mother Nature, as other places have had earthquakes and tsunamis. And while there were tornado watches here, we're quite a ways from Alabama. We did have a couple of political earthquakes, but then it's Washington, DC. What I couldn't have imagined was that my 85-year-old mother would be diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She has more in common with Ronald Reagan than just being Republican. Her personality is disintegrating. Her memory is evaporating. She's still mostly there, but not all there. For someone who survived most of her adult life with being in denial, what a way to go. And at this moment, it's pretty painless for her. Why bother when she can't do anything about it? For me, it's a wonderful spiritual exercise. If I'm in the present moment with her, I can dance where she's at. I can phrase things in a way that she'll accept, and I can drop expectations of her being any other way. It feels similar to having a toddler, because with a toddler, you just give your life over to caring for them until they're old enough to go to school. Yeah, it doesn't really stop there, but you do have a little bit more space for yourself by then. With dementia, it's in reverse, as they will grow less and less capable rather than more. But at the age of 3, they're somewhat capable, but not as capable as they think they are. So you let them make pretend cookies on a toy range or scribble a crayon on a check register. You step in to do the real thing for them. At 85 and still early onset, you can trust her to microwave dinner or boil water for coffee, but she's not up to steaming her vegetables or broiling her salmon anymore. She writes all her checks in her check register, but she doesn't carry an accurate balance and sometimes repeats entries from the following page and makes actual double payments or misses payments. So it's time to step in. Unlike most toddlers, who you can trust to be toilet trained and ready to go to preschool by a certain age, you don't know the progression or regression, really, of Alzheimer's. So you don't predict, you stay in the moment, you make plans for the future, and remain realistic and open. What a great way to approach life in general during these tumultuous times. Is the economy turning around? When will a new career or a new relationship happen? When will things start to get better? In the present moment, it already is better. It is exactly as it is, and a wonderful opportunity to be open and to grow. How can you come into acceptance if something extraordinarily crappy or painful is happening to you? Scream, cry, yell, and dive through it. It's a storm front passing through. It's labor pains, a contraction. Let yourself be pushed into a new awareness. You are being birthed into a new consciousness. Your identity needs is expanding so rapidly, your aura has stretch marks. Breathe, relax, suck on ice chips, and blow raspberries with your lips. Life is an adventure in density and effort, and for me currently, dementia and Alzheimer's. We create this for the fun of it, sometimes muddy, sweaty, painful fun. But as expanded beings, we are bigger than any problem and more than our current knowing. So for the next week, let yourself be here now. Love what is, chop wood, carry water, and do the next indicated thing, and see how your life transforms. And leave me a comment below when you do, because I love to read your comments. So I felt pretty sad reading the title. I knew what was coming, but I don't reread these before I record, so I'm giving you my live reaction to it. And I had no idea what was coming up in the next 2 years when this first happened, and my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I don't know why I hadn't anticipated it, because I deliberately got myself to come back 6 months after I had visited her the last time so that I could be there for her annual physical and ask the doctor for a referral to a neurologist because she was having memory problems. So I don't know why I was surprised by that, but that's the other thing, is that we don't always give ourselves a full preview of what's coming up, especially when it's as huge a growth space as this was. She got diagnosed. I tried to get some care managers procedures for her. They didn't work out. And I ended up flying back just a few months later, ended up camping out with her because she shortly got diagnosed with cancer after that. And it was just midwifing her back to spirit. So even as I wrote this, I had no idea it was coming up, and what a huge transformation I was just embarking on. And really, life is a huge transformation. Nowadays, it really does seem that we're being pushed beyond our brink to transform into something brand new and unexpected. And it's hard to predict the future because what's out there is beyond our limited imaginations. When you can learn to embody yourself as consciousness and then navigate, make choices, and take actions as consciousness, as your higher or expanded self, it does become easier to be here. Doesn't mean that there aren't other challenges that come up for you, but we're more capable of navigating when we're operating as consciousness. So if you like these videos, please click the like button and also subscribe. And that way you're telling the YouTube algorithm to get this out to more people and to the eyes of people who really need to see this information. And you can also share it with your family and friends and on social media to help get this information out as well. And if you'd like a free sample of my consciousness technique, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded view of what's going on in your life and in the world today. And if you'd like some manifestation techniques, I have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles, where you learn to embody these increased frequencies, and it completely transforms your life. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can sign up for my individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today, and I can answer any questions you might have. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.